Welcome to Max online class. Exercise 8.3. First sum. Write the sample space for tossing 3 coins using tree diagram. Write the sample space for tossing 3 coins using tree diagram. When we toss one coin, we will get 2 options. That is head or tail. Again, if we toss the second coin, similarly we will get two options. That is head or tail. Head or tail. Next, if we toss the third coin, each option we will get 2 options. Now we completed the tree diagram. The sample spaces are HHT, HH, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, TTT. Second sum. Write the sample space for selecting 2 balls from a bag containing 6 balls numbered 1 to 6 using tree diagram. Consider 6 balls. Then the balls are numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Balls are numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then if you select the ball number 1, then the remaining balls are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you select the number 2 ball, then the remaining balls are 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you select the number ball 3, then the remaining balls are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. If you select 4, then the remaining as 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. If you select 5, then the remaining as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. If you select 6, then the remaining as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So S is equal to now 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Then 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5. Third sum. If A is an event of a random experiment such that P of A is to P of A bar is equal to 17 is to 15 and N of S is equal to 640, then find P of A bar N of A. If A is an event of a random experiment such that P of A is to P of A bar is equal to 17 is to 15 and N of S is equal to 640, then find P of A bar N of A. Given P of A is to P of A bar is equal to 17 is to 15. P of A is equal to P of A bar is equal to 17 is to 15. So this can be written as P of A divided by P of A bar. So this can be written as P of A divided by P of A bar is equal to 17 divided by 15. 17 divided by 15. We know that P of A is equal to 1 minus P of A bar. We know that P of A is equal to 1 minus P of A bar. That should be written here. 1 minus P of A bar divided by P of A bar is equal to 17 by 15. Cross multiply. So you have 17 p of a bar is equal to 15 into 1 minus p of a bar. 17 p of a bar is equal to 15 into 1 minus p of a bar. Multiply 15 inside the bracket. So you have 15 minus 15 p of a bar. You bring this 15 a bar other side, it becomes positive. So this becomes 17 p of a bar plus 15 p of a bar is equal to 15. So if we add 17 plus 15, you will get 32 p of a bar is equal to 15. Then p of a bar is equal to 15 by 32. 15 by 32. Then p of a bar is equal to 15 by 32. P of a bar is equal to 15 by 32. P of a bar can be written as 1 minus p of a is equal to 15 by 32. So this can be written as p of a is equal to 1 minus 15 by 32. Take down the LCM. The LCM is 32. Cross multiply. 32 minus 15, 17. 17 by 32. 17 by 32. P of a can be written as n of a by n of s. We know that p of a is equal to n of a by n of s is equal to 17 by 32. Similarly, you keep the numerator as it is, n of a divided by, but in the question that is given n of a is equal to, n of s is equal to 640, but in the question that is given n of s is equal to 640. Substitute. So you have n of a divided by 640 is equal to 17 by 32. Cross multiply. N of a is equal to 17 into 640 divided by 32. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 32 table. So you have 17 into 20. 17 into 20, 340. N of a is equal to 340. So p of a bar is equal to 15 by 32. N of a is equal to 340. Fourth sum. A coin is tossed thrice. What is the probability of getting 2 consecutive tails? A coin is tossed thrice. What is the probability of getting 2 consecutive tails? If a coin is tossed thrice, then the sample space is HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, TTT. Then n of s is equal to, you have to count all the outcomes in the sample space. Here there are 8 outcomes, so n of s is equal to 8. Let a be the event of getting consecutive tails. A be the event of getting 2 consecutive tails. So a is equal to 2 consecutive tails. We want to write 2 consecutive tails. So HTT, TTH, TTT. Then n of a is equal to 3. N of a is equal to 3. 1, 2, 3. P of a is equal to, we know that P of a is equal to n of a by n of s. We know that P of a is equal to n of a by n of s. Substitute. So you have 3 by 8. So the probability of getting 2 consecutive tail is 3 by 8. Fifth sum. At a feet, cards bearing numbers 1 to 1000, one number on one card are put in a box. Each player selects one card at random and that card is not replaced if the selected card has a perfect square number greater than 500. The player wins a prize. What is the probability that the first player wins a prize? Subdivision 2. The second player wins a prize if the first has one. Fifth sum. At a feat, cards bearing numbers 1 to 1000, one number on one card are put in a box. Each player selects one card at random and that card is not replaced if the selected card has a perfect square number greater than 500. The player wins a prize. What is the probability that the first player wins a prize? The second player wins a prize if the first has 1. So S is equal to 1 to 1000. 1, 2, 3, etc. 1000. 1 to 1000. Then n of s is equal to 1000. Totally there are 1000 numbers are there. Then A be the event of selecting a perfect square number greater than 500. A be the event of selecting perfect square number greater than 500. That is A is equal to 529, 576, 625, 676, 729, 784, 841, 900, 961. These are the perfect square number greater than 500. So n of a is equal to 9. P of a is equal to n of a by n of s, that is 9 by 1000. That is probability of first player wins the prize. The probability that the first player wins prize is equal to 9 by 1000. Subdivision 2. If the second player wins the prize if first has 1. The second player wins the prize if the first has 1. That is n of b is equal to 8. Totally there are 1000 numbers are there. One number is not replaced. One card is not replaced. So out of 1000 we have one card is not replaced. So n of s is equal to 99. Similarly, one square number is not replaced. So totally there are 9 numbers are there. One card is not replaced. So n of b is equal to 8. P of b is equal to n of b by n of s, which is equal to b by 8 by 999. 8 by 999. Probability that the second player wins a prize is equal to 8 by 999. System. A bag contains 12 blue balls. A bag contains 12 blue balls and x red balls. If one ball is drawn at random, what is the probability that it will be a red ball? Subdivision 2. If 8 more red balls are put in the bag and if the probability of drawing a red ball will be twice that of the probability in, then find x. A bag contains 12 blue balls and x red balls. So yes, n of s is equal to 12 plus x. A bag contains 12 blue balls and x red balls. So the total number of balls be 12 plus x. So n of s is equal to 12 plus x or x plus 12. Then one ball is drawn at random. What is the probability that it will be a red ball? What is the probability that it will be a red ball? A be the event of getting a red ball. Here red ball, total number of red balls are x. So n of a is equal to x. Then find the probability. P of a is equal to n of a by n of s, which is equal to x by x plus 12. X by x plus 12. Subdivision 2. If 8 more red balls are added, 8 more red balls are added. So already x red balls are there, 8 more red balls are added. Now n of s1, already n of s is there, so let us assume n of s1. N of s1 is equal to x plus 12 plus 8. Already x plus 12 balls are in the bag. Now 8 more red balls are added. So x plus 12 plus 8, x plus 12, totally x plus 20. X plus 20 balls are in the bag. Then n of b is equal to x plus 8. Then p of b is equal to n of b by n of s, which is equal to x plus 8 by x plus 20. X plus 8 by x plus 20. If 8 more red balls are put in the bag, what is the probability of drawing a red ball? Probability of drawing a red ball will be twice that of the probability. So by the condition x plus 8 divided by x plus 20 is equal to 2 times x by x plus 12. Then cross multiply. X plus 8 into x plus 12 is equal to 2x into x plus 20. Then on simplification you will get x square plus 20x plus 96 is equal to, multiply this 2x inside the bracket, so you have 2x square plus 40x. Then on simplification you will get x square plus 20x minus 96 is equal to 0. Factorize here, sum is equal to 20 and the product is minus 96. Sum is 20 and the product is minus 96. Minus 96 can be written as 24 and minus 4. So if you add you will get 20, if you multiply you will get minus 96. So this can be written as x plus 24 into x minus 4. X plus 24 into x minus 4, which is equal to x is equal to minus 24 or x is equal to 4. So probability of getting a red ball is equal to x by x plus 12. Substitute x is equal to 4. So you have 4 by 16. 4 by 16 on cancel the numerator and denominator by 4 tables. So you have 1 by 4. Seventh sum. Two unbiased dice are rolled once. Find the probability of getting a doublet, that is equal numbers on both the dice. Equal numbers on both the dice. Subdivision 2. The product as a prime number. Subdivision 3. The sum as a prime number. Subdivision 4. The sum as 1. Two unbiased dice are rolled once. So if two dice are rolled once, the outcomes are 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 3, 1, 3, 2, etc. up to 3, 6. 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6. 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6. 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5 and 6, 6. Then n of s is equal to, totally there are 36 outcomes are there. So n of s is equal to 36. Subdivision 1. Let A be the event of getting doublet. Doublet means equal numbers on both dice. Equal numbers on both dice. So here the equal numbers are 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 and 6, 6. Totally there are 6 outcomes. So n of a is equal to 6. Then p of a is equal to n of a by n of s, which is equal to 6 by 36. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 6 tables, so you have 1 by 6. Subdivision 2. Let b be the event of getting a product as a prime number. Getting the product as a prime number. If you multiply, we'll get prime number. So b is equal to, so the outcomes are 1, 2. So if you multiply 1 and 2, you'll get prime number. 1, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1. So these are the numbers. And then n of b is equal to 6. Totally there are 6 outcomes. P of b is equal to n of b by n of s, which is equal to 6 by 36. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 6 tables, so you have 1 by 6. Subdivision 3. Let C be the event of getting a sum as a prime number. Getting a sum. Sum means add. If you add the two numbers, you will get the prime number. So the numbers are, then C is equal to 1, 1. So if you add 1 and 1, you will get prime number 2. 1, 2. So if you add 1 and 2, you will get 3 as a prime number. Similarly 1, 4, 1, 6, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 5, 6, 6, 1, 6, 5. So totally 15. N of C is equal to 15. Then P of C is equal to N of C by N of S. Here N of C is 15. It's 15 by 36. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 3 tables. So you have 5 by 12. D be the event of getting a sum as 1. Sum as 1. So if you add, you will get 1. So n of d is equal to 0. P of d is equal to n of d by n of s. So 0 by 36, 0. Probability of getting a sum as 1 is 0. Eighth sum. 3 fair coins are tossed together. Find the probability of getting all heads, at least one tail, at most one head, at most 2 tails. 3 fair coins are tossed together. 3 fair coins are tossed together. Then the outcomes are HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, TTH, THH, THT, TTT. And n of s is equal to 8. Totally there are 8 outcomes. Subdivision 1. Now we want to find the probability of getting all heads. Probability of getting all heads. Let A be the event of getting all heads. So A is equal to, here only one outcome, that is HHH. So n of A is equal to 1. Then P of A is equal to n of A by n of s, which is equal to 1 by 8. Subdivision 2. Let B be the event of getting at least one tail. At least one tail means one tail and more than one tail. Greater than or equal to 1 means one tail, two tail, three tail. We want to write one tail, two tail, three tail. So the outcomes are B is equal to one tail HHT, THTH, then TTH, one tail, then two tail HTT, THT, TTH, then three tail TTT. At least one tail means greater than or equal to one tail, greater than or equal to one tail. Okay, totally there are 7 outcomes. N of B is equal to 7. So P of B is equal to N of B by N of S. So 7 by 8. Subdivision 3. Let C be the event of getting at most one head. At most one head means less than or equal to 1. Less than or equal to one head in less than or equal to one head and zero head. We want to write one head and zero head. That is, the outcomes are C is equal to one head HTT, THT, TTH, one head and zero head TTT. So totally there are 4 outcomes. N of C is equal to 4. Then P of C is equal to N of C by N of S, which is equal to 4 by 8. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 2 table, that is 1 by 2. Subdivision 4. Let D be the event of getting at most 2 tails. At most 2 tails means less than or equal to 2. Less than or equal to 2 tails. That is 2 tails. We want to write 2 tails. We want to write 2 tails, 1 tail and 0 tail. We want to write 2 tail, 1 tail and 0 tail. So the outcomes are D is equal to HTT, HHH, HTTH, THT, THH, HHT, HTH. So N of D is equal to 7. Then P of D is equal to N of D by N of S, which is equal to 7 by 8. Ninth sum. 2 dice are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3 respectively. They are rolled and the sum of the numbers on them is noted. Find the probability of getting each sum from 2 to 9 separately. First dice are numbered from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second dice are numbered as 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So if these 2 dice are rolled together, then the outcomes are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3 and 1, 3. Then 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. Then 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Then 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3. Then 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 2, 6, 5, 3, 5, 3. Then 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 3. So totally 36 outcomes. So N of S is equal to 36. Then A1 be the event of getting sum is 2. Event of getting sum is 2. So if you add these 2 numbers, you will get 2. So A1 is equal to 1, 1. So if you add, you will get 2. 1, 1, 1, 1. So N of E1 is equal to 2. Totally 2. P of A1 is equal to N of A1 by N of S, which is equal to 2 by 36. 2 by 36. That is equal to 1 by 8. A2 be the event of getting sum is 3. A2 is equal to 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. So if you add, you will get 3. So totally 4 outcomes. N of A2 is equal to 4. Then P of A2 is equal to N of A2 by N of S, which is equal to 4 by 36. Subdivision 3. A3 be the event of getting sum is 4. Sum is 4. If you add, you will get 4. So A3 is equal to 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. So N of A3 is equal to totally 6. then P of A3 is equal to N of A3 by N of S, which is equal to 6 by 36, 1 by 6. Subdivision 4. A4 be the event of getting sum is 5. A4 is equal to 2 comma 3, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 2, 4 comma 1, 4 comma 1. So N of A4 is equal to 6. P of A4 is equal to N of A4 by N of S, which is equal to 6 by 36. That is equal to 1 by 6. A5 be the event of getting sum is 6. So A5 is equal to 3 comma 3, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 2, 5 comma 1, 5 comma 1. So N of A5 is equal to 6. Then P of A5 is equal to N of A5 by N of S, which is equal to 6 by 36, 1 by 6. A6 be the event of getting sum is 7. So A6 is equal to 4 comma 3, 4 comma 3, 5 comma 2, 6, 5 comma 2, 6 comma 1, 6 comma 1. So N of A6 is equal to 6 by 36. P of A6 is equal to N of A6 by N of 7, that is 6 by 36. In A7 be the event of getting sum is 8. That is A7 is equal to 5 comma 3, 5 comma 3, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 2. So if you add, you will get 8. N of A7 is equal to 4. Then P of A7 is equal to N of A7 by N of S, that is equal to 4 by 36. A8 be the event of getting sum is 9. So A8 is equal to 5, 6 comma 3, 6 comma 3. If you add, you will get 9. So N of A8 is equal to 2. Then P of A8 is equal to N of A8 by N of S, which is equal to 2 by 36. That is equal to 1 by 18. 10th sum. A bag contains 5 red balls, 6 white balls, 7 green balls, 8 black balls. 1 ball is drawn at random from the bag. Find the probability that the ball is drawn. That the ball drawn is white, black or red, neither white nor black. Sample space S is equal to 5 red balls plus 6 white balls plus 7 green balls plus 8 black balls. So total number of balls in a bag is equal to 26. So there are 26 balls in a bag. That should be taken as N of S. N of S is equal to 26. N of S is equal to 26. Next, we want to find the probability that the ball drawn is white. So let A be the event of getting white ball. Here the number of white ball is 6. N of A is equal to 6. And P of A is equal to N of A by N of S, which is equal to 6 by 26. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 2 tables, so you have 3 by 13. Second one. Second, let B be the event of getting a black ball. So total number of black balls in a bag is 8. N of B is equal to 8. So P of B is equal to N of B by N of S is equal to 8 by 26. Then C be the event of getting red ball. So number of red balls in a bag is 5. So N of C is equal to 5. Then P of C is equal to N of C by N of S, which is equal to 5 by 26. Probability of getting black or red ball. We want to find the probability of getting black or red ball. That should be taken as P of B union C. Its formula is P of B plus P of C minus P of B intersection C. Here P of B intersection C is 0. So P of B plus P of C is equal to 8 by 26 plus 5 by 26. Here the denominators are same. So add the numerator. 8 plus 5, 13. 13 by 26. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 13 tables. So you have 1 by 2. Subdivision 3. Not white. We want to find the probability of getting not white ball. So let A bar be the event of not getting white ball. But we know that P of A is equal to 3 minus 13. 3 minus 13. P of A bar is equal to 1 minus P of A. We know that P of A bar is equal to 1 minus P of A. Substitute the value. So you have 1 minus 3 by 13. So 13 is LCM. Cross multiply. 13 minus 3, 10 by 13. Probability of getting white ball. P of A is equal to 6 by 26. Already we have found in the subdivision 1. So you make use of that. P of A is equal to 6 by 26. B be the event of getting a black ball. So Here black ball is 8, so n of b is equal to 8. Then p of b is equal to n of b by n of s, which is equal to 8 by 26. Then p of a union b, p of a union b is p of a plus p of b equal to, p of a is 6 by 26, p of b is 8 by 26. Denominators are same, so add the numerator, so you will get 14 by 26. But we want to find the probability of getting neither white nor black. Probability of getting neither white nor black ball, which is equal to p of a union b whole dash, p of a union b whole dash, which is p of a union b whole dash means 1 minus p of a union b. Substitute the value, 1 minus 14 by 26. Here 26 is the LCM, cross multiply, so 26 minus 14, 12 by 26. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 2 tables, so you have 6 by 13. 11th sum. In a box there are 20 non-defective and some defective bulb. If the probability that a bulb selected at random from the box found to be defective is 3 by 8, then find the number of defective bulbs. In a box there are 20 non-defective and some defective bulb. So totally there are, let x be the number of defective bulb, let x be the number of defective bulb, then s is equal to, totally there are 20 non-defective and some defective bulb. So 20 plus x bulbs are there in a box. 20 plus x bulbs are there in a box. So n of s is equal to 20 plus x. Then we want to find the number of defective bulb. That should be taken as a be the event of getting defective bulb. So n of a is equal to, totally there are x defective bulb in a box, so n of a is equal to x. Then p of a is equal to 3 by 8, that is given in the question. Probability of probability that a bulb selected random from the box found to be defective is 3 by 8. So p of a is equal to 3 by 8. We know that p of a is n of a by n of s, which is equal to 3 by 8. N of a is x divided by n of s is 20 plus x. X by 20 plus x is equal to 3 by 8. Cross multiply. So you have 8x is equal to 3 into 20 plus x. Multiply 3 inside the bracket. So you have 60 plus 3x. Then 8x minus 3x is equal to 60. 8x minus 3x is 5x. 5x is equal to 60. So x is equal to 12. So number of defective bulb is equal to 12. 12th sum. The king and queen of diamonds, queen and jack of hearts, jack and king of spades are removed from a deck of 52 playing cards and then well shuffled. Now one card is drawn at random from the remaining cards. Determine the probability that the card is a clever, a queen of red card, a king of black card. So totally there are 52 cards. We know that there are 52 cards. Out of 52 cards, we want to remove king and queen of diamonds. We want to remove king and queen of diamonds. King diamond is 1 and the queen diamond is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. Queen and jack of hearts. Queen and jack of hearts. Queen heart and jack of heart. Queen heart is 1 and jack heart is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. Jack and king of spades. Jack spade and king of spade is, jack spade is 1, king of spade is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. So totally 6 cards. 2 plus 2 plus 2. Totally 6 cards. These 6 cards you should be removed from the total cards. But we know the total we are having 52 cards. Out of 52 cards we want to remove 6 cards. So remaining you have 52 minus 6, 46 cards. That should be taken as n of s. Now we want to find the probability that the card is a clever. Let a be the event of getting a clever. Clever is 13. N of a is equal to 13. Then p of a is equal to n of a by n of s, which is equal to 13 by 46. Subdivision to let b be the event of getting queen of red card. queen of red card. So n of b is equal to 2. Red card, queen of red card is 2. So n of b is equal to 2. But these two cards are removed. But the above two cards are removed. So n of b is equal to 0. Then p of b is equal to n of b by n of s, which is equal to 0 by 46. 0 by 46 means 0. Subdivision 3. Let us C be the event of getting a black card. King of black card. Totally there are 2 king of black cards. Out of 2 king of black card is 1 card is removed. 1 black card is removed. 1 black card means that is spade is removed. So 2 minus 1, 1. N of c is equal to 1. Then p of c is equal to n of c by n of s, which is equal to 1 by 46. Some boys are playing a game in which the stone thrown by them landing in a circular region. Some boys are playing a game in which the stone thrown by them landing in a circular region, that is given in the figure, is considered as win, and landing other than the circular region is considered as loss. What is the probability to win the game? Some boys are playing a game in which the stone thrown by them landing in a circular region given in the figure is considered as win, and landing other than the circular region is considered as loss. What is the probability to win the game? So area of a rectangle to length into breadth square units. Here length is 4, the breadth is 3. So 3 into 4, 12 square feet. So sample space n of s is equal to 12. N of s is equal to 12. Let A be the event of getting the stone landed in a circular region. Let A be the event of getting the stone landing in a circular region. So n of A is equal to area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r square units. Here radius is 1. So pi into 1 into 1 equal to pi. We know that p of a is equal to n of a by n of s, which is equal to, here n of a is pi by n of s is 12. We know that pi is 22 by 7 into 12. 22 by 7 means 3.14 divided by 12. Multiply the numerator and denominator by 100 tables, so you have 314 divided by 1200. Cancel the numerator and denominator by 2 tables, so you have 157 divided by 600. Probability to win the game is equal to 157 divided by 600. 15th sum. In a game, the entry fee is rupees 150. In a game, the entry fee is rupees 150. The game consists of tossing a coin 3 times. The game consists of tossing 3 coins. So S is equal to HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, TTT. Dana bought a ticket for entry. Dana bought a ticket for entry. If 1 or 2 head shows, if 1 or 2 head shows, she gets her entry fee back. If she throws 3 heads, she receives double the entry fees. If she throws 3 heads, she receives double the entry fees. Otherwise, she will lose. Find the probability that she gets double entry fee, just gets her entry fee, loses the entry fee. Here n of s is equal to 8. Let A be the event of getting double entry fee. Double entry fee means she throws 3 heads, only getting 3 heads. If she throws 3 heads, she receives double the entry fee. Okay, if she throws 3 heads, she receives double the entry fee. So A is equal to HHH. Then n of A is equal to 1. P of A is equal to n of A by n of S, that is equal to 1 by 8. Then let B be the event of getting her entry fee. Let B be the event of getting her entry fee. That means 1 or 2 heads to show. That means 1 or 2 heads to show. So B is equal to HTT, THT, TTH, HHT, HTH, TT, THH. So n of B is equal to 6. P of B is equal to n of B by n of S. So 6 by 8, which is equal to 3 by 4. Subdivision 3. To lose the entry. To lose the entry. To lose the entry means not forgetting the head. Not forgetting the head. That is only tails. That is C is equal to TTT. So N of C is equal to 1. P of C is equal to N of C by N of S, which is equal to 1 by 8.